Welcome to the finale of Sonic Unleashed. So now we've completed Eggman Land. Let's see what happens after that.
It's been a long, rough road,
boss
and we're
time, boss
finally here.
Not really. Only 17 parts.
I was quoting Never Turn Back.
Oh, right. It'll fit better after the ending, though.
Well, it's a finale, but whatever.
I really don't
so that's
like...
how you get the footage. Okay.
I really don't like Amy Pallant. I mean, she just doesn't do a good job, you know, enunciating and shit. She sounds very...
forced.
Yeah.
I mean, she would have been my least favorite Tails if it weren't for the hero's voice.
It's one of those actresses trying to sound like a boy, but you can tell it's a woman trying to sound like a boy. It's not like with Maria Darling, where she comes across as a British voice.
Well, hell, even the most recent Tails voices.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think Colin Viriard does a fantastic job, but
Yeah, that's what I meant.
okay.
Yeah.
No, but
Can you feel it, Mr. Sonic?
Kate Higgins and Colin do sound like boys. This one, no.
Oh, goody.
Also,
one of Eggman's greatest creations.
Also, the entrance of the Egg Dragoon kind of dipped the frame rate a bit.
And the first dipping the frame rate.
So wait a minute. If you're
I'm sure it will not betray me.
Yeah, of course.
To be fair, in this case, he actually just harnessed its energy as opposed to actually try to use the monster itself. So he used it to power up this baby here, Egg Dragoon Mark II. Why is it called Mark II? Well, if you recall, Mark I was actually the mech he used in the beginning cutscene.
Okay, everybody, and now the easiest boss battle in the entire game. I'm not even kidding. This boss battle is piss easy to not just to beat, but to S rank even. I literally S ranked this boss battle on my first try ever, and like this boss is incredibly easy. Like seriously, by this point you've already gotten used to how the werewolf controls. By this point you've already gotten used to how the werewolf works, and the game tells you outright how to beat it, and the game has a really obvious fuck me spot anyway.
Yeah.
I'll wait until he's back on.
Yeah,
But look. Gee, I wonder where I'm supposed to hit. Duh.
although
it's handled better in the SD version because you don't have the quick time events to automatically give
We're not
you
playing
an
that
attack
version, so we've got
Hey,
a little, well, a big fuck you light.
Hold on,
Pedro.
Liz, what is it?
I can think of a game that does the whole explaining how to beat the boss thing more painfully obvious.
Which one?
Zelda or Metroid?
No, in the PC version of the Spider-Man 2 game, right as you're about to fight the boss, it literally shows you in pictures how to beat him.
Ah.
Fizz Factor think we're morons.
Basically, whenever he shoots at you, just run. That's all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And now hit him on the big fuck me light.
On the ground, basically. Yeah.
This isn't even first boss kind of easy. This is Mook kind of easy.
Hell, the first battle against that big Dark Gaia creature at the end of Pata's Night was harder than this.
I guess Eggman's IQ of 300 must have been
I love how the robots just exploded for no reason.
forged, or at least very exaggerated.
And now the game went into God of War mode again.
And in the HD version, for some reason, the robot stalls.
And now Eggman just drills his own crotch.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Yep.
That's what... Never mind, abort joke. Mash the A button to win.
No, this is a delicate machine. I always love dialogue like that.
Yeah, I actually really like...
Come to think of it, the phallic imagery in this boss, it can be counted on a lot of things.
Yeah, don't worry about this.
Anyone.
Yeah, don't worry about these sections where he blows up your platform. You'll be able to just fall into another one anyway. There we go.
And
As for this ice thing, just jump. There you go.
oh,
And don't get frozen like
don't
Pedro
do that.
there.
Yeah, even if you get hit, who cares? I mean, you only look at how much damage it may be.
like a bit.
Yeah.
The catch is that often when he freezes you, he then double teams you with either robots or some extra attack. Luckily, though, that was the end of
You're
his
in
attack
danger of
phase.
destroying your own robots there.
Yeah.
So, Pedro, do you think the Egg Dragoon was done better in Generations?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, especially the hard mode.
Like the Egg Dragoon, they did a great job in taking the Egg Dragoon and making it into a Sonic, a natural modern Sonic boss. It worked out pretty cool.
I will say that.
I'm glad they didn't just make
And
it into a
again-
running boss like the daytime bosses in this game. Go ahead, Trevor.
And again, I cannot stress enough, the particular final bosses, how this game does, were done much better in the Unleashed versions, if you ask me.
It's been a while since I
for
played that
this-
version, so I don't remember much.
For this boss fight, for one thing, his robot didn't just stop right there. You actually had to do some maneuvering, not to mention the fact that you didn't have the whole marker thing that literally showed you where he was going to strike with his sword. You actually had to time a jump stride. Not to mention the fact that the freezing thing actually kept you frozen more so, and you had to swiggle the controls to get out quicker. And you didn't have these quick time events making the fight easier.
Indeed.
Not to mention. And I'll get to why I like the SD version of Gaia soon enough.
Oh, don't worry, Jova. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that the SD version of Dark Gaia is much better because the HD Dark Gaia is fucking terrible.
Oh, but that's not my only reason. I actually have other reasons.
In fact, I'm going to be controversial right now. I actually hate Dark Gaia boss more than the Time Eater because at least the Time Eater, I can finish it under 20 minutes.
Wait, hold on. People actually hate Time Eater more than Dark Gaia HD.
Well, Time Eater gets a lot of flack. A lot of people even say that it's the worst final boss battle in a 3D Sonic game, even though I still think Dark Gaia is worse.
I've seen it get flack, but I've never heard any.
Reasons for why people consider Time Eater the worst is basically
Hold on, Blue.
unpredictable
Talk about
boss
that when we get to
patterns and friends
Yeah.
saying go
Don't get me
be
wrong.
careful.
Yeah. Oh, don't
The
get me wrong.
background of that boss with the rings can go to hell.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Time Eater is terrible. I'm not defending Time Eater in any way.
However, I'll still take Time Eater over Dark Gaia HD for several reasons, but I'll list them
Pre-CGI.
when we get there.
Let me guess. One reason being that the time
that
is at least
looks
short.
totally something from a Sonic game.
Not just that.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
also
I
has to
said
do with
one
a
of
bit
the
of a
reasons.
Yeah, it also has a bit of a story problem with it.
Yeah, this is the thing about I just like seriously. By the time when I played this game the first time, even by that point, I was already so sick of the Monster of the Week formula.
Honestly, in some regards, Unleashed actually handles the whole friendship between Sonic and Chip better because you don't have to do as random side quests to actually get the interaction. It's more so about a point and click. Not to mention the fact that they actually don't force it down our throats so much as they do in this version.
Okay, so now it's revealed that the reason Sonic became a werehog is because he's infused with some of Dark Gaia's own energy. So now Dark Gaia is taking that energy back. So yeah, the werehog is now dead. Thank you,
I'll take
Dark
that energy back from you, thank you.
Gaia. Yeah. I was about to say, oh yeah, like I was fine with Chaos from Sonic Adventure 1 because that the story actually justified him being there. From that point on, though, not so much.
BioWizard.
Yeah, BioWizard make no sense whatsoever. I mean, come on, you're searching the ultimate life form and you're making a giant lizard.
Let's
with
not
the
get
red
into
dot.
that though, because that way we'll be here all day. And now, ladies and
I'll just say
gentlemen,
that-
okay, Dwebs, you ready?
Super
Yeah.
Sentai!
Oh, we need dinosaur power now!
Megazord! Hello, set on!
Imagine some people
Hold
would
on,
actually
Shira, you there? Shira?
Yes, now I am.
Okay.
Go Power Rangers! Go Power Rangers! Go Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Dark like Gaia Rangers!
Indeed.
Personally, I actually really like the skill
Hold on, there's can stop
theme.
now.
Yeah, I was getting bored.
I love the orchestra though. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the music in this game is fantastic, but that's to be expected from Sonic
I'm
games.
here to destroy
Unless you're
you.
talking about Rise of Lyric.
Well, that wasn't Sonic.
Well, or
themes.
Shattered Crystal.
Well, neither of those were Sonic
Like
teams.
Shadow Crystal had like 2 good tracks, and after that it went back into typical Rise of Lyric
Yeah,
syndrome.
but I mean, even non-Sonic team games usually generally try to have good music. And
Yeah.
Any non-Sonic team games in particular?
the do the
Chronicles.
Advance series count?
Oh yeah,
Even Dimps.
yeah, the advanced games, yeah, the Dimps games, yeah.
Okay.
Sonic Rush had good music too.
Alright
I found.
everybody, here it is, my most hated final boss in a Sonic game. Dark
Really?
Gaia. Okay, here's the problem with Dark Gaia. Okay, first thing
In the
you're
HD
you're controlling the Megas. I mean the Gaia Colossus, and basically you have basically you have to dodge those meteors. In the first run, it's fine because they leave very big gaps, so it's very easy to avoid them. However, as the fight goes on, it starts being more annoying, and you're constantly having to stop to block out the meteors, and then you also have to use the guard button to block out his laser. And after you finally get to him, you have to do a series of QTEs. And if you screw up the QTEs, you have to start all over from the beginning of this,
So,
particular
Pedro, may I step in?
of the particular section you're in. Hold on, I'm not done. The big problem I have is that the guy, every time anything hits the Gaia Colossus, its HP goes down. If the HP goes down, you have to start the boss all over again. So don't screw up. Alright, everybody. Joba, go ahead.
Alright. Now I'll step in. Okay, reason number 1 why I infinitely like the SD version
Oh, yeah.
of
Punch out.
this final boss better.
Punch out.
Ahem. Okay, yeah. Believe it or not, the first phase of this is actually a punch-out thing, and it's actually kind of fun beating
Yeah, it
the
is.
heck out of
Yeah,
Dark
it
Gaia.
is.
And there's no quick-time events to be found. So yeah, that's actually an awesome opener, as opposed to this dash and quick-time event.
I have to pop away for a
thingamabobber.
moment, so I have a question. Why are we a Megazord?
You have to pay tribute to
Because
Power
we can,
Rangers.
Shiro.
Okay. Basically, Chip used his light Gaia powers to summon every single temple that's powered by the Chaos Emeralds to form this.
Because apparently he can do
To
that.
kiss me.
By the way, Shiroi, for final bosses, I heavily recommend the PS2/Wii version.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For this one,
Sure,
because
sure.
obviously the first phase of this is a punch out, which is actually
Alright,
fun.
next section, let me explain. Okay, so now these are the Sonic sections of the boss battle. Okay, so Sonic has to run a course of 3 obstacle courses. The first one's fine. The other 2, though, fuck, like Clement said in his LP, fuck these obstacle courses in the fucking ass, because they give you so little time to get there, and the level layout combined with the shit that's been thrown at you, it's fucking bullshit. Like it's so easy it's so easy to screw up. Like it's so easy to get mad at these sections. This one's fine. This one's fine. But the next 2, ugh.
Okay, just in time for me to bring up reason number 2 why I love the Wii/PS2 version over this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know the sections with Sonic running? They move at a much more reasonable pace for you to be able to adapt to all the obstacles. And yeah, we didn't have to do this over and over again, by the way. We only had to do Punch Out once, basically beat him up, with skill, mind you, and then we did the Sonic phases 1, 2, 3. But here we have to go back and forth between this phase and the Sonic phase.
This is a case where Dimps does something better than Sonic Team.
Much better.
This is something where I think Tio will agree that it's very easy that Ashimoto, the director of this game, is a Square Enix type guy. He's much more about cinematic awesomeness than actual gameplay, right there.
Yep, they even admitted that the engine for this game was made more so for cinematic.
I'm not even
If that's the case, shouldn't he be doing like more stuff for like small movies, small CG movies or something?
Well, that's why he went to work at Square, Dwibs.
Yeah, Square's all about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not even kidding, Teo. When I first heard I'm not even kidding, Teo. When I first heard he left Sega to go to work at Square, oh yeah, that's the perfect fit for him, actually.
So yeah, basically we're looking at what would happen if the usual Square exec who doesn't know to put gameplay over graphics handled a Sonic game.
Indeed.
Now someone like Tetsu Nomura handled a Sonic game, I think I'd have more faith.
But over the story would be convoluted.
Implying that Sonic stories aren't already convoluted before Colors.
Yeah, but they could even be even more convoluted.
Honestly, for as convoluted
Well,
as
to be
Nomura...
fair, I think he's talking in terms of
hold
gameplay,
on.
not so much story.
Yeah, and honestly, even with story, for as convoluted as Nomura's stories can get, they're at least still coherent to a point that you at least know who you're rooting for and what the overall goal is.
Okay, the second.
Now-
Yeah, basically, the reason I made that is because I already know the layout beforehand. Because, again, typical thing about this game punishes you for not knowing the layout by heart. Like, especially in these sections. And trust me, the first...
very patronizing for a first timer.
okay.
Oh, you just made it there.
Oh, Shiroi.
Is much more fair.
You had a
Shiroi.
fifth of a second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me, Dwibs. Wait till we get to the third and final one. Right, Joe?
Yeah.
The third and final one.
like a clusterfuck.
I'm not even kidding. It's possible. Like even Clement showed a very good thing in his LP where he was literally jumping through a ramp and something and one of those shit that the guy is throwing at you fell into him and there was no way he could avoid it, so he basically died cheaply. Ugh. The fuck.
Even the music's not all that good. It's just generic evil doom monster thing.
Yeah, for as much as I love the soundtrack, this is definitely one of the lesser tracks.
Not even the music can save the boss fight.
Actually, Debs, we'll have
in the Wii/PS2 version.
It's the same soundtrack for both versions, but the thing is, don't worry, Debs.
I meant the boss fight is actually better, so that it actually. Wait. What am I saying? The boss fight doesn't need saving in the Wii/PS2 version.
Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, don't worry, Dwibs. The second phase, you'll have what is in my personal favorite final boss theme in the entire series.
More than the one of Sonic Colors.
Actually, look, my problem with the Sonic Colors final boss theme is that the orchestral rendition of Reach for the Stars only shows up when he's like one hit away from dying, so you never get to hear the full song. That should have been the one song used, in my opinion, honestly. I mean, that boss is already so easy and short anyway.
Don't worry, Pedro. When I handle Sonic Colors, I'll do it in the way that'll allow us to hear the main theme part of it.
Via the Death Star chest laser thing.
Yeah.
Since I've already S-ranked it anyway.
That's not a Sonic villain.
Honestly, guys, I think the Time Eater's music's more memorable than this.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah,
I don't remember a single cue from that song, honestly.
I actually can remember that song, especially the class version.
It's like
I don't know what this is supposed to be.
It's bland orchestra.
It's catastrophe music.
It's
catastrophe music.
And someone ringing at some door here and there.
This song would feel right at home in Rise of Lyric.
Nah. It's still a bit above Rise of Lyric.
Jiro, still there?
Yeah.
Here's the third one.
Oh, here we go. This section is fucking bullshit. I fucking hate this section. Okay, okay, fine. That was my bad. But hold on. And I died.
How many times?
Even though I was crouching.
Yeah. How many times has Pedro said something's bullshit, but the very first death he has is his fault?
Well, just because I say it's bullshit, that doesn't mean there aren't some... what is it, Troy?
This seems like the kind of level that they'd throw at you if you were pretty much mastered stuff like this.
Like, my problem, again, this is yet again another problem. Not only do I have to know the layout by heart, they give me just barely enough time to make it. The timer for this section is fucking nuts. Like, you can't...
Yeah, and
you are
a lot of the things that come around the corners completely blindside you.
You are not allowed to screw up for the most part in this section, because if you screw up, like, twice, you're pretty much done. Like, seriously, the timer for this section is so fucking tight. It's fucking... ugh. Okay, that was my bad. Fine.
Yeah, Chip...
Also, since I have to retry this section a lot of times, I get to hear ships say the exact same shit over and over and over, and that's also not
I mean, yeah. I mean, at least the time meters.
By the way, fun
again,
fact.
Hang on.
Hold on.
Sorry. Again, at least the time meters dialogue had different characters saying the same stuff. Here it's the same one every
Hey, look,
time.
it's a homing shot.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. What
Well,
is it?
again, at least it's different characters.
Anywho, as I was about to say, in the Wii Slash PS2 version of this, they actually gave you some warning signs, like when to dodge this or that, or when to do the slide.
Not to mention there's no timer in the Wii version.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like, my big problem with this section is the timer. If it wasn't... I mean, I would have been fine with this layout if they at least removed the fucking timer. What's the point of the timer anyway? Like, seriously. I get that it's because Dark Gaia is almost ready to kill Ship or something, but at least give me a little more leniency. I mean, look at that. I'm still not there. And even though... Look, see? Now I have to go for you. See? I'm just gonna barely make it. There we go. Jesus. Ugh.
Yeah, honestly, as much
Because
as
there
I
was
hate
more
to
time to spare than the second time.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
honestly, I hate to say it, but as a full package, I prefer the Wii Slash PS2 versions. I mean, yes. The HD version has the better daytime stages, but honestly, the daytime stages aren't even really that bad in the PS2 version, and at least they're actually handled better in places like this indefinitely. And the bosses are more challenging in the PS2 version.
Alright, and now it's time for more CGI awesomeness.
Oh, fuck you and your Megazord.
And now for the battleship.
Have you actually seen a playthrough of this, Shuri?
I've seen most of Clement's playthrough, but not the entire thing.
Okay, well, there you go then. And now we get Dark Gaia spreading its evil across the planet.
Oh, game over. Return of Dark Gaia. Oh. Are you sure this is really all that evil? All he's doing is making a purple cloud in the sky.
But don't you see, Dwebs? Purple equals evil. Don't you know that?
Yeah, in TV shows it's lime green, and in video games it's purple.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think red's a more evil color than
Yeah,
purple.
purple is more
Thankfully,
associated
we've
with
grown out of
poison.
it. Well, the difference, Strips, is that red can also be assigned to the heroic side,
Oh,
hi,
such
Amy.
as stuff like
Amy.
Zoids.
Hello.
Still useless as always.
Dark Gaia has regained its true power. The beast is complete.
How do you know that?
Just as the Gaia manuscripts foretold,
There you go.
shall be
Okay then.
the dark of night, the dark of destruction.
And then
So
the
does
world
that
will
mean
turn
that
to ash.
Sonic is Jesus?
Yes.
We're doomed.
Oh my.
So
Yeah,
they're
it
going
wouldn't
to
be the
make
first time.
sequels route.
Honestly, Tio, it wouldn't be the first time. I mean, he has taken down a god before.
Actually, this
just
is well,
one.
actually, Joe, but this is technically the first time. I mean,
No.
the other giant
Chaos.
monsters weren't
Perfect
gods.
chaos.
Is Chaos
Perfect
considered a god?
Chaos was the
Aries.
yes,
Okay.
Chaos, the god of destruction. Eggman himself literally calls
Oh
him
yeah,
that.
oh yeah, you're right. Huh, forgot about that.
Still.
Behold, motherfucker.
And now
I've
his
got teeth
true
in-
final form.
I've got teeth in
And
my
now, and now he pulls an arachnid Spider-Man.
And more eyes. What the fuck?
It's like... Ugh.
Wow,
What?
he's becoming
I mean,
more disgusting to look at.
Well, I mean, he is a hideous monster. I think it's kind of supposed to.
Yeah. Okay, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for yet another super special, awesome supersonic transformation sequence.
Awesome. Because we can't have a Sonic game without one of those. Well, a main timeline Sonic game.
Well,
Unless it's Sonic Colors.
yeah, we haven't really had that since Black Knight, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the Chaos Emeralds seem to keep changing size every time we see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, my personal favorite final boss beam in the entire series. A full orchestrated version of Endless Possibilities by the Tokyo Philharmonic.
Yeah.
How's the final fight itself?
It's
I know some
bad.
people would said
the-
this whole orchestra version of the
Success-
main theme would get old pretty quickly, but I really like it.
Oh yeah, this one
In
is
the
fantastic.
PS2 version lives, the fight is actually awesome because it's done in a Knight's Journey of Dream. I mean, a Knights into Dream sort of style plaything, which
does
was a
that mean
homage.
I will get sick due to how wibbly wobbly the bit?
No. Luckily, the fisheye camera isn't there, but the control scheme is similar. However, in this version, okay, in the Wii plus PS2 version, the game actually recognized, hey, let's let Sonic actually handle this one on his own and have a one-on-one fight with Dark Gaia because Chip's already done enough to weaken it. But here, they force the friendship down our throats so much that Chip is so amazing that he can break through the force field, and all Super Sonic can do is basically just take out the tentacles on the outside.
I'm actually going to disagree a bit. For story purposes, I don't mind Chip being involved for the sake of reinforcement. I mean, again, this would have worked fine if they actually built up the friendship better in the actual story, but I've already made that point in previous parts.
I get
My
that,
problem
I
is
get that.
my problem is that the boss is just badly designed. Like, for example, here's the problem. I'm supposed to hit these snakes and basically until their life bars go out. And when I kill them all of them, then I can finish the boss. Here's the problem. The camera is not very good. It's too close and I can barely see what's coming. See? I could barely see that was even going to come towards me. The camera should zoom out the camera a bit, guys. Also, how was I supposed to know that the guy was going to throw that thing at me now? That special beam thing. I had no warning whatsoever. Okay, that last hit was my fault. My fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
but
At least you can admit
Pedro,
when it's your fault.
Yeah.
well,
Hey,
I have to be
Pedro,
fair and
what
admit when it's my fault. So.
Yeah. Hey, Pedro, you know what the Wii slash
No, I'm
PS2
just saying
version
it's a
of
lot
this
more than
tunnel
what most
was?
people do. So.
Funny
Sorry,
thing is
Gilbert,
that the
carry on.
Wii slash PS2 version, they actually give you warnings for where and when Dark Gaia is going to strike when he slashes.
Yeah.
It's like this game is the absolute opposite in terms of actually understanding what players want out of it.
And
So
yeah,
it's almost like the DIMS version had the better gameplay, but this game had the better appearance.
Presentation. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
well,
pretty
honestly,
much
I'd
it.
take gameplay over presentation.
Yeah, me too, obviously.
In that case,
Oh yeah,
Dwebs,
yeah, of course.
If it were a
In that
movie,
case,
then
it's-
yeah, but it's not. So
Yeah.
running
In that
for
case,
this
Dwebs, aside from there being different pathways and some levels completely omitted in the SD version, I
Alright,
think you would
QTE.
like the Wii slash PS2 version better. I honestly have more fun with that game.
So,
And I guess the main problem I have with, story-wise, Supersonic needing the help of Dark Gaia in the final phase is like, well,
let's listen to
I
music
feel
a bit,
that
though, by the way.
Yeah. I feel that Light Gaia has, done enough at this point. But no, I mean, it comes to the point where only he can hold off Gaia at this point, even though Sonic has been able to hit
Yeah.
Gaia in the eye at least several times and weaken him. Sorry if I talk over the music. There's something about it bugs me. I'll talk about that a bit more later.
Yes.
Oh, yes! Press X 60 times not to die!
That's right. Now I have to press X 60 times before the bar runs out. I'm not even kidding.
God.
Jesus Christ.
could you imagine if it was like 600 times?
Go.
As fast as I can go. Straight to
and you went right through his fingernails.
And
Oh, yeah.
we're done. And we're done.
Zeta?
For now it's cutscene, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. In the SD version, you actually had to make it through him before the boss fight ended. Yet here, you beat him with a cutscene.
What the fuck? Joba, remind me again how the PG rating was for this game.
Eat for everyone ages 10 and up.
There's a lot of animated blood.
Well, it's technically green blood, Teo. Basically, the ESRB
Doesn't
will
that
accept...
mean
as long as the blood is not red.
14?
It is something we learned from Shadow the Hedgehog, Teo, is that as long as the blood is not red, it's acceptable.
And then Sonic fell into the lava and died.
What a shame.
Sonic, you're my best friend, because if you have learned that being nice is nice and that being evil is evil. You must live, Sonic. You must live.
Yeah, I know we're never gonna see each other again, but I'm your biggest fan.
So, Shir, what did you think of that boss? Sure?
Sure.
Dun,
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 dun.
Again.
dun, 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 dun. Guys, can I say it then?
Go ahead.
What?
Honestly, that boss looked a bit boring.
Oh, it's not just
It's like
boring,
I said,
Dwibs. It's
like I said,
fucking
the
annoying.
And also the bit where you're with Supersonic trying to hit the tentacle eyes, it looks really slippery.
It is.
Yep.
Trust me.
Again, I rest my case. Wii/PS2 version is miles more fun and actually better.
I might actually pose that question on SSMB.
Oh, and I actually like this cutscene.
What do you prefer?
Whoa, he actually did a double somersault. That's pretty good.
We'll see you when you're painted red and voiced by Kirk Thornton.
Yeah. That's one of the things that
Oh,
bother
welcome
me.
back,
Why
Yeah.
why
So
Orbot
why'd you pick
was
that boss?
repainted?
It
Well,
was, but
well, technically, Tio, that's a different robot.
the first half didn't look like it belonged in a Sonic game.
Yes, light and darkness and stuff.
Shit.
We've been saved by a miracle.
Oh,
Miracle.
yes,
The
you
miracle
can tell.
happened.
You can tell people with Square are involved.
The miracle happened.
Miracle.
So
Yeah,
just
actually, yeah, it was Hashimoto who wrote this, so.
all this comparison between Sonic and Jesus is like simply enchanting.
Hell, the music kind of sounded a little bit like Final Fantasy for a second there.
Oh yeah,
I love this
shit
music.
moral
though.
of the day.
By the lights.
Bullshit matcha.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody
That's
cares,
actually legit.
Pickle. Let's eat a sandwich.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yes,
pose the
thank you,
question.
Amy.
I'm gonna ask SSMB the question: Sonic Unleashed HD or Unleashed?
Well, most
Fun
people, on
fact,
SSM,
Unleashed-
most people on SSMB actually prefer Unleashed HD.
Well, let's find out.
Which is different because back then, and even still now to this day, critics and gamers
Hold on, Joe,
prefer
emotional scene.
Unleashed, from what I've seen. I know. I'm not going to speak over the line.
Wake up, Sonic! Wake up! I love you, Sonic. Not that way. Whatever.
Believe it or not, Dwib's chip is actually going to quote-unquote die.
You have to live. You've got another game coming out next year.
Yep.
One that'll actually be just what the fans asked for,
What,
and
Sonic
they'll
and the-
love it.
What, Sonic and the Black Knight?
Sonic Colors.
That's 2 years from this game, though.
I meant
Wait,
I said next year.
wait. Oh, shoot, that's right. Well, be more specific. Did you mean main game or spin-off game?
Any.
Okay.
And then Chip accidentally crushed Sonic in his palm.
And now the Gaia temples burn.
And we'll never see him again.
And
Yeah.
Sonic's dead.
Except in Sonic Runners. But then again,
I mean-
he's just a... But then again,
I mean-
he's just an assist, and those don't count for
like
story.
anybody gives a shit
Like-
about Sonic Runners.
Actually, Pedro, a lot of people do
Yeah.
give a crap about
For one
Sonic
reason or
Runners.
another.
Pedro, my guess is that people are so desperate in wanting a good Sonic game, and even if it's a mobile one, free to play.
Not to mention the
they
fact that
want
Sonic
some-
Runners actually... Not to mention the fact that Sonic Runners'
There you go,
story
Dutch.
actually has continuity.
There you go, Dwibs.
Yeah. Yay!
What do you mean continuity, Drova?
They actually talk about stuff, and they even address Knuckles being the Master Emerald Guardian. They
Yeah,
even
I should
explain
be
some
Guardian of
stuff.
Master Emerald. What am I doing here on Sonic's birthday?
Exactly, but that's a topic for another day. And now,
Yep,
Joe,
they actually
and
addressed
now
the problem
Sonic's,
with that.
and now Sonic's having hallucinations.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
going
I
into-
love this music. I love this music.
You know. Okay, start later.
To be fair, Chip just pulled a Final Fantasy. Appears a hologram and
I
behind the special item.
actually wonder if one of the ideas of the writers was that Chip was just an illusion all along, and Sonic just imagined him. Because you know
No,
the other
no.
characters don't react to him.
Tails
Actually,
does.
some of the NPCs do talk to him. Very early on.
Hey, it's bowling for soup.
Exactly. Endless. Well, actually, it's only Jared Reddick, not the band itself. It's only Jared. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
However, he is credited as Bowling for Soup on the actual soundtrack credits.
He's credited as Jared Reddick from Bowling for Soup, but didn't bring the entire band though. Anyway, yeah, that was Sonic Unleashed, and this is the vocal theme of the game, sung by Jared Reddick from Bowling for Soup.
It's a nice song.
Oh yeah, I love this song.
Not that keen on a random rap that doesn't seem like it works in it, but okay.
I'm fine with it. Anyway, final.
I mean,
thoughts.
if we can accept rapping Knuckles as stuff, how come we can't accept it anywhere else?
Honestly, sure.
No, Dwibs. What I mean is, I don't have a problem with rap. I mean, it doesn't feel like it works in conjunction with the rest of the song. It just feels like rap because rap.
So I take it you didn't like His World then?
No, I like His World.
No, I mean I'm asking Shurei.
Oh.
Did you like His World, Shurei?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just called.
Did you like His World, Shurei?
Yes, I did.
Okay then. Okay, for some final thoughts.
Because basically it seemed like that song was written for a rap to take place then. This song doesn't feel like it was written for a rap to be in it.
It's probably because they go through a key change for that area.
All right.
I know, it's a bit drastic to me though. But anyway, carry on.
I'll still take this over Dear My Friend any day, because Dear My Friend is just fucking blandness incarnate.
Oh gosh, that was a
which
terrible
game was
song.
that from?
This one. After this song is over, we're gonna listen to Chip's theme, which is a song called "Dear My Friend." It's bland balladness.
Bland.
Anyway, we'll let Dwibs be the judge of that, since he hasn't apparently listened to it. But for now, final thoughts. Yeah, I like the game. Don't get me wrong, but god damn it, like the years have not been kind on this game, because Generations improved on this gameplay so much, and rendering most of the mechanics, the way the mechanics were executed in this game, pretty much obsolete, and it just it's just one of those cases, like I said, where Sonic Team just doesn't seem to ever be able to get things right at first. But yeah, I like the daytime stages fine, even though I think they should have been more like Generations from the beginning. Yeah, but I hate the Werehog stages, because not only do they not belong here, they're boring and they're just drawn out for too long. The plane stages are bleh. The music is absolutely fantastic. The story is full of good intentions, but the execution leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. And the graphics look gorgeous. In fact, I still believe that this is still, to this day, the most beautiful looking Sonic game ever made. Aside from that, oh yeah, the NPCs. Okay, I don't mind the hub worlds, but I could do without them. The NPCs are okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And Chip can be kind of annoying. That's it. That's my final thoughts. It's an okay game, but I'd recommend Generations over this any day. Go ahead, Joe.
Can I say how ironic it is that the PS2/Wii version has aged better than this? Okay, I'll just start with my main dilemma of this game. Honestly, to me, the Optimum Unleashed game would be an amalgamation of the graphics and of course the omitted levels from this game, merged with the more gameplay style and level design of the DIMS version. Yeah, DIMS actually managed to get it right in their first try. The daytime stages work fine. The Werehog stages actually aren't that long and actually work well for what they do, and the bosses are more challenging. I mean, I'm not saying I hate the HD version,
Hold on. Okay, Dwibs, here's...
I know the song I sung. Dwibs, you may want to mute if you want to listen.
Listen to the song on your own and then tell us your opinion. Might as well.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Jova.
Anywho, but yeah, I don't hate the HD version, but the HD version just annoys me, because, like, you ever have that time, like, well, when a kid who actually gives A+ quality work is compared to the kid who brings in a flashy, great presentation thing, but honestly isn't A+ grade work yet. People at the time gave it more attention, and then when it was too late, paid attention.
You
to
are
the
my insert
of it.
fake here.
Yeah.
You are my insert generic quote here.
All right.
I guess comparing this to the SD version, it's like, well, I mean, I definitely see why critics praise the SD version over this. I mean, it's just kind of frustrating that even Dimps could get the whole Unleashed concept ring better than Sonic Team could. It's like, don't get me wrong.
IGN's review aside.
Was that of the HD version?
Yeah. From what basically IGN's review was
Hold on, Dwibs. You can bring it up on your final thoughts. But yeah, I mean, like, well, yeah. The HD version is good in many areas, but it's so wonky that it honestly just makes me wish for an HD version of the SD version with more. It's like, how should I put it? It just screams experimental. Not bad, kinda good, but just not really taking that many risks. Well, actually, I take it back. It does take some risks, but the wrong kind of risks. I mean, the boost formula is neat, but not as well handled here as like in the likes of the SD version or, of course, Colors and Generations. And, yeah, a lot of the mechanics like the drifting are awkward. And, of course, the bosses are sort of reduced to a joke. Well, at least the daytime and at least the Eggman bosses in the HD version are not that tough. And the Gaia final boss, well, I already went over why I like it better in the Wii/PS2 version. I mean, heck, that actually has an homage to Knights, among other things, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I guess I'd just say I like Unleashed HD, but there's always that nagging side of my brain that just feels annoyed about how, honestly, this game pales in comparison, quality-wise, as far as gameplay and actual fun goes, to its SD version. There's no metal
Avatar.
Yes,
Yeah.
Komodo's famous avatar. I mean, there's no metal hunting in the SD version, thank God. And I apologize if my final thoughts are mostly me comparing this to the SD version, but honestly, that's sort of how I view this game. Sort of a better looking, but in many ways lesser counterpart to the SD version. I don't know. I mean, can you see where I'm coming from with this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't agree. I don't agree in total because I still one thing that I still hate over the SD version is that there's way too many werehog stages in that one. Like at least this one, at least this one had a better balance of daytime and nighttime.
Although, Pedro, you have to admit, they at least remembered in the DIMS version to keep the X button be the homing attack button and not the boost button.
I'll take balance over that though. That's not as important as balance though. Okay, anyway.
Honestly, Pedro, I kind of think that the SD version balanced out the werehog stages by sort of dividing them into smaller acts as opposed to the long ones.
It's still way too much werehog for me, but you done?
Not to mention the fact that it's a better controller. Not to mention the fact that it's a better controlling werehog than the werehog in the HD version.
Ken Balo.
Who?
Ken Balo. I'd rather forget that name someday.
Who is he?
The general, basically the big community manager for Sonic 4, basically talking about how Sonic 4 was gonna be so awesome and shit. Anyway, he's the Stephen Frost before Stephen Frost, basically. Anyway,
although I guess Stephen Frost. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused with the guy on Twitter.
No. Aaron Weber is awesome. Stephen Frost is not. Anyway, Jova?
Basically, to close out my thoughts, this game is good, but with the SD version around, the SD version has a better modern Sonic, daytime-wise, a better werehog Sonic, a better bosses. Honestly, folks, while I would recommend you check out both games, I would honestly, if you had to pick between one, say your money's better spent with the SD version. Granted, you will be missing out of Empire City, but if you have a good enough computer, Unleashed Project is your friend.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, there's my thoughts. Good game, but could have been better.
Can I go next?
So, yeah, you win this round with Dimps. Go
Wait,
on,
Go
Liz.
ahead, Liz.
I win, but I didn't even make the game.
Go ahead.
I
Liz.
said, did
You win anyway.
Yeah,
You're a winner.
you're a winner. Okay, again, I can't speak for gameplay because I haven't played it. Story? It's alright. I can see what they're going for. You know, and I mean, it's not the worst story I've seen in a video game. I honestly don't know what the worst one is, but yeah, whatever. But
That's because you haven't played Final Fantasy 14. Anyway.
I have seen Time in Eternity though, so anyway.
True.
Hold on, let's listen to the second half of World Adventure. It's fucking
I
awesome.
haven't finished.
Fine, you
Yeah,
finish.
come on. Go on, Paige. Any babes.
Basically, story's fine.
Music
Yeah.
and graphics.
Music is yeah.
Yeah, the music is and the graphics for the time were actually pretty good. I mean, they caused the frame rate to dip, but you know, at least it's somewhat nice to look at.
Yep.
And also, what was it with games in 2008 and the word Unleashed? Sonic Unleashed, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
It was the year of Unleashed.
Yep.
And yeah, it's Sonic Unleashed. Okay.
Yep. All right, let's listen.
Oh yeah, never mind. Just speaking of story, one thing that I think is a bit better handled in the SD version is that they don't try to force the friendship as much down our throats in the SD version.
I wouldn't have. I'm gonna say something, Joe, when it comes to that. The whole the reason it comes, the reason it comes across as force feeding the friendship is because the game didn't earn it. Not so much because I mean that's why it comes across like that. Not so much because it's. But that's. Okay.
Oh, I know. I know. That's actually my point. It's like, well, it doesn't come off as forced in the SD version because it's actually more accessible to actually see the interaction they have with each other. Granted,
we
it's
don't
more
have much
text
time,
that
so
comes
maybe.
So yeah, Theo, your final thoughts?
Shiro,
Shiro, your thoughts?
Okay, from what you've been saying for this entire playthrough, Jover, I kind of want to play the PS2 version a lot more.
Oh,
yeah, I have to recommend that one.
Again, you have generations, so just get the Unleashed project. You don't need to get the HD version.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm curious. So,
Okay, fine.
'cause I only played the HD version. I've never touched the.
You'll have to get a console though, because this game is still only available for PS3 and 360.
And PS2.
I thought it was
and
on the
3.
Wii.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the HD version, Jova.
No, I want to play the Dimps version.
Oh,
Yeah.
But didn't
She was talking about.
didn't you say you were curious
No,
about
no,
this
I
one?
just said. Sorry.
Didn't you say you were curious about this one?
No, I'm curious about the other version because I played
okay.
this version. I haven't completed it, but I have played this version.
Okay, then. Go ahead.
I didn't mind the werehog, although I did find the levels a bit boring after a while, especially because they were so long. I'd rather the daytime stages be a lot longer. I mean, some of them last, if you know what you're doing, some of them last only a few minutes. The music is great. The story is bad.
I wouldn't call
Not
it
that
bad.
far.
And honestly,
bad.
Okay,
Stop,
I'll rephrase that then.
Zero, state your reasons.
I'll rephrase
oh,
that.
you never said that when they interrupted me, Tio. Pa.
I'll rephrase it. The writing is bad. They completely dropped the plot halfway through. I mean, where was it?
True.
Yeah, another reason I think the Wii
it went,
version
it went the
handles
same way Fan 4 Stick went.
Yet another thing that the Wii/PS2 version handles better, the pacing in that regard.
Also, the story is kind of overdone for a Sonic game since we have been doing this whole thing for years.
Monster of the Week formula.
Yeah. Well, I will compliment the werehog in that it didn't completely come out of nowhere. It was actually integrated into the plot.
Mm-hmm.
I think the werehog it's a good idea, I want to say, but poor execution.
It's handled much better in the Wii/PS2 version.
Which is why I'm curious about it.
Yeah, I'd say the werehog is pretty much about the same for me, but that's the thing. And not to mention, it doesn't belong in a Sonic game, but that's another topic. Go ahead.
I guess, well, I like the game nowhere near as much as other 3D Sonic games. I don't dislike it as much as a lot of people do. it's okay.
There was a guy, it's interesting you said that, Shuri. There was a guy who I saw in the single forums who said there's something very cool about this game. This game is grossly underrated by critics and grossly overrated by fans. That's usually the...
What I've read.
And when I read that, I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's grossly underrated by critics, but grossly overrated by fans. Pretty much, yeah.
Was he talking about the HD version?
Yeah,
because
the HD
that's
version.
often
Yeah,
what
the
people
HD
would
version.
say.
Is it because of stuff like I was just saying earlier? Is it because of stuff like IGN's review where the reviewer purposefully jumped over the boost ramp to make the game look worse than it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, he actually did that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care. Intentionally making a game look bad by doing something, by intentionally screwing up is not cool, critics.
It's like if it's like if a certain reviewer from GameSpot lied about the choices of Beyond Two Souls to make the game look better by comparison with Tom.
Or if he lied about the controls of Sonic Lost World, but hey.
Oh yeah.
I hope he got fired. I hope he got fired.
No, actually, Shiroi, here's an interesting thing. Tom McShay, ever since he got fired from GameSpot, he hasn't gotten a job still. He's still unemployed after 11 months.
Oh.
Joe, are you talking about that part where one reviewer intentionally ran backwards on that falling stage bit in Lost World?
Yep. And they actually tried to say that the controls did that to you.
Don't worry, Shiroi.
Which further proves my point that reviewers are literally deliberately out to get this franchise.
Yeah, don't worry, Shiroi. He's probably living with his mom or something.
The weird thing, like I said, again, the story isn't bad, the writing's bad. Okay, there we go.
Sure.
Okay,
No, I'm done.
Go ahead, Theo.
Well, considering how little normally I care about Sonic in general, I'm intrigued in playing the HD version of this game. I mean, I'm someone who doesn't really mind. I'm also a veteran of beat 'em ups and hack and slash, so I don't mind the Werehog. I also don't mind the supposed gameplay stuff that's better in the SD version, and there's the fact that the HD version has something that the SD version doesn't have, and it's trophies, which it's something I actually more care about rather than Sonic. So I'll probably tackle that because of those.
That and this is basically Sonic done by Square, kind of. So
so you'll feel right at home.
Anyway, according to the game itself, I feel that the plot was a lot of missed potential, mainly because I'm one of the people who think Sonic's friends are not that bad and should be, if integrated better in the story, they can work. And here just having Tails and Amy just standing there in the background and raising a lot of questions, what the hell is Guns doing? Where the hell is Shadow? Where the hell is Knuckles? Where the hell is everyone? Just was a bit jarring, to say the least. But
apparently they were just preparing for Sonic's birthday.
I guess all this time, I can understand the chaotics. Anyway, as for the gameplay itself, again, I cannot say itself for the main Sonic line, but as I said, I don't mind the Werehog section because again, I'm perfectly fine with hack and slashes, beat 'em up, and QTEs, so it will be fine for me. But yeah, the final boss sucks. I have to admit that.
Yeah. Basically, T.I. Miracle, if you like how Knights controls minus the camera, you would like the final boss in the Wii/PS2 version because that actually is
what was that? Me liking the Knights control?
Minus the camera, Miracle. If you like how
Knights control are not that hard. You just rotate the stick.
Well, it's more so the fact of how the flying controls go that pays an homage to Nights into Dreams. But honestly, oh yeah, that's right, audience. Someday we will do a commentary of the SD version. Granted, it'll be edited properly since we have looked at the HD version already. Might include some cutscenes, but you know the drill.
Anyway, that's all for me.
Well, considering this one is actually in HD, it makes sense for this one to be the one that deals with the story cutscenes because we can display them in HD and shit like that, but that's okay.
Even though I feel the SD version handles the story better, but yes, you're right, Pedro.
Okay, everybody, that was Sonic Unleashed. Stick around for the 2 extras parts where I show off the DLC stages and a few little awesome extras in the gallery that I think are worth showing off. So, see you then.
Okay.
Okay, see you.
Yeah.
See ya.